Hello everyone and welcome aboard Tech Gamer Airlines. In this video, we're going to be flying from Morristown, New Jersey to New York City, landing at LaGuardia Airport. We're going to be flying at night in a massive thunderstorm. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Let's do this. Okay everyone, welcome back and welcome aboard. So as I said in the introduction to this video, we're going to be flying at night from Morristown, New Jersey to LaGuardia Airport right outside New York City. So let's get it started here. So we're going to go into the world map. Now I've already predefined where I'm going to be taking off from. That's Morristown Municipal Airport in Morristown, New Jersey. And we're going to fly to LaGuardia, New York, right outside New York City. So our flight path basically takes us straight east from Morristown all the way to LaGuardia, but I'm going to deviate from that course a little bit to see some of the sights of New York City. We'll fly past the Statue of Liberty, fly up downtown, past the World Trade Center, up Midtown, over Central Park, and then head east for a landing at LaGuardia on runway 31. Now I've gone ahead here and set the weather to be pouring rain, so there is a massive thunderstorm with a significant amount of lightning and precipitation. So we are ready to fly here. So let's get it started. So this flight is being flown with a Thrustmaster T.Flight HOTAS 1 flight stick, which I have right here. This is one of my favorite flight sticks. If you've never used it, I would definitely recommend checking it out. It is a great entry-level flight stick. I have a ton of videos up on my YouTube channel about this flight stick, including how to configure it, how it's working, and general reviews. It is just an awesome flight stick, featuring Throttle as well. We're going to be flying tonight in an Icon A5, and we're going to do this as a cockpit-only flight. So I will not be using any external views. So as you can see, it is really dark and really rainy. So here we are at Morristown Airport. The plane is totally powered off and in a cold state. So the first thing we need to do here is get everything started up. So I'll show you how to do that right now. So we'll turn everything off. And this is how any typical plane always starts out. You can see some other planes in the distance there. We have a flashlight in our hand showing us the inside of the plane so we can see what we're doing. Now, you have two choices when it comes to starting a plane. One, you can do it manually, or two, you can use a checklist. For purposes of this flight, I'm going to go ahead and just use the checklist. So we're going to pull up our checklist here, and we'll get this started. So after cockpit entry, we're going to do autocomplete. And we also need to go ahead here and put on our ATC or air traffic controls. And we're going to tune to Morristown ATIS on 124.250 to get the weather. So we want to depart east.
Morristown ground Techimer 123 request taxi for east departure with Alpha.
Techimer 123 taxi to and hold short of runway 23 using taxiway Alpha cross runway 5 Charlie Alpha cross runway 31 Delta. Contact tower on 118.1 when ready.
Excellent. So we are ready to get the engine started up. Here. So we're going to go ahead and auto-complete page.
Taxiing hold short runway 2 tree using taxiway Alpha cross runway 5 Charlie Alpha cross runway tree 1 Delta cross runway 2 tree Alpha Techimer 1 2 tree.
And we'll wait until the throttle comes down to 2000 RPMs-ish. And there we go. So we have everything set, exterior lights as required, and we are ready to move here. So we need to tune the, actually we need to go ground services.
Exit 79er, 1 hold position, caution the icon on the taxiway.
We're going to request pushback here.
Ground Techimer 1 2 tree request.
Turn off our parking brake.
Techimer 1 2 tree pushback request accepted. Exit 79er, 1 continue taxi. Exit 79er, 1 hold position, caution the icon on the taxiway. Exit 79er.
So our weather is set.
Exit 79er, 1 hold position, caution the icon on the taxiway. Exit 79er, 1 continue taxi.
I'm just waiting for the pushback here.
Exit 79er, 1 hold.
So we're going to have to go ahead here and move this map
Exit 79er,
over to this side so I can see it here. There's where we are located. So we want to be taking off on that runway up ahead there. So we're going to taxi out.
Exit 79er, 1 hold position, caution the icon on the taxiway. Exit 79er, 1 continue taxi. Exit 79er, 1 hold position, caution the icon on the taxiway. Exit 79er, 1 continue taxi. Exit 79er, 1 hold position, caution the icon on the taxiway. Exit 79er, 1 continue taxi.
All right, so now we'll have the guy
79er, 1 hold position, caution the
pushing
icon
us.
on the taxiway.
Morristown ground Techimer 1 2 tree requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the right.
Techimer 1 2 tree, your request has been transmitted to the operator. Hold position, exit 79er, 1.
So we'll request pushback stop.
Morristown ground Techimer 1 2 tree requesting the end of pushback.
Techimer 1 2 tree request to end pushback received.
So he's going to leave. And as we can see, it is really raining here. But we should be able to navigate around this here.
Techimer 1 2 tree, continue taxi.
So we are ready to start taxiing.
79er, 1 continue taxi.
As we move forward, we'll go back to our clearances here.
Exit 79er, 1 hold position, caution the icon on the taxiway. Exit 79er, 1 continue taxi.
There's a little car there.
79er, 1 hold position, caution the icon on the taxiway.
So following the marker lights here, because that's really all we got to work with, we're going to do our best to taxi down to the runway following this taxiway here.
Roger, exit 79er, 1.
Keep the airspeed nice and slow because we are taxiing. we're going to turn to the left here and follow down the next taxiway to our runway. It's like driving a car that flies and has wings. No other planes around. So the lightning helps light up the area here. Passing by a maintenance vehicle there. We'll be coming up on a right-hand turn to hold short of the runway. So once we get airborne here, we'll turn off the air traffic control and the VFR map windows before I take off here. And we'll hold short right here. Alright. So, before we get back to this, let me turn off the VFR map here. Alright, so we are ready to take off here. So let's go ahead and close out air traffic control communications. That will be done automatically. And I am just going to focus on flying here. Alright. Let's go ahead here and move up to the runway. So this plane has a very tight turning radius, as you can see. So we're going to go ahead here and move up to the runway. And get lined up for takeoff. So you can see there's lots of people flying around New York City tonight, as usual. So, I am technically doing a runway incursion here, but that's okay, because this is just for fun. So let's throttle up. Airspeed is alive. So we're at V1. Let's rotate. So we have a positive rate. Let's bring the landing gear up.
New York approach Tecumseh 12 tree is type icon 1 mile southeast of Morristown, 400 feet. Request flight following.
Tecumseh 123 New York approach. Squawk 5776. United 1966 keep speed not above 210 knots.
Squawk 5776 Tecumseh 12 tree.
Tecumseh 123 radar contact 1 mile southeast
See, it's still pouring rain.
Roger, Tecumur 123.
And we are on our way to New York City. Once we get closer to Manhattan, we'll make a southeast turn to head down towards the Statue of Liberty, fly around that way, come up downtown, midtown, Central Park, for a nice soft landing at LaGuardia.
Descend and maintain 2,500 feet, United 1966.
Just looking around here.
United 1966 descend and maintain 2,000 feet. United 169er 5 traffic is 2 o'clock 4 miles at 5,800 feet generic. Report them in sight.
You can hear the rain pattering on the plane as we fly.
United 169er 5 have the generic in sight. United 169er 5 keep speed not above 210 knots. Descend and maintain 2,000 feet, United 1966. United 1966, you are 6 miles north of Newark. Contact Newark Tower on 1 tree for decimal 05 when inbound.
On a nice night, you'd be able to see Manhattan from now. But
Keep speed not above
not for us.
United 169er 5. United 169er 5 descend and maintain 2,500 feet.
New York approach, Tecumur 123. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Requested our clearances.
Tecumur 123 New York approach. Cleared through the Bravo airspace.
Alright, we have our Bravo airspace clearances.
Maintain 2,500 feet, United 169er 5.
Cleared through Bravo airspace, Tecumur 123.
At some point here, we will run into Manhattan.
Decimal 05, United 1966. United 169er 5 descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Descend and maintain 2,000 feet, United 169er 5. United 169er 5, you are 8 miles northeast of Newark. Contact Newark Tower on 1 tree for decimal 05 when inbound.
We're going to speed it up here, get a little bit more altitude. We're at about 1,500 feet.
5 descend and maintain 9,600 feet. Tower on 1 tree 4 decimal 05, United 169er 5.
We're going to start to see a lot of air traffic as we come up ahead. So we're going to have to watch out because a lot of people are at the same altitude I'm at.
Exigent 585 climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Climb and maintain 13,000 feet, exigent 585. Exigent 585 contact New York Center on 121 decimal 125. Good day.
So I can see LaGuardia way up in the distance there.
Going to 121.125 exit jet 585. Techimer 12 tree traffic is 2 o'clock 4 miles at 400 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Techimer 12 tree, have the generic in sight.
So what that means is there's a plane around. They're acknowledging we see it. Oh.
United 1966, you are 1 mile northeast. Climb and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 22 right approach via PTR in transition. Cleared to PATR end. United 1966, climb and maintain 17,000 feet.
Plane flying by right there.
New York approach, generic November 603 Romeo Foxtrot is missed approach at Morristown. Generic 3 Romeo Foxtrot climb and maintain 3,000 feet. Continue to PHLPO turning and following, heading 240 climb and maintain 17,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 22 right approach via PTRN transition. Cleared to PTRN United 1966. Techimer 12 tree traffic is 9 o'clock 4 miles at 2,300 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Techimer 12 tree, have the traffic.
So we can see New York City up straight ahead now. We'll go ahead here and fly past. We'll check out the Statue of Liberty first. See if we can see it here. So there's One World Trade Center. So we need to turn to the right so we can pay a visit to the Statue of Liberty. There it is. So what I'm going to do is come around it, fly around it, and then we'll head up town past the World Trade Center. New York City's in the distance there, I promise you. We're going to slow it down here a little. Bring the engines back. I'm not sure what we're going to be able to see of the Statue of Liberty here because it's that foggy and rainy and picking up some more rain here. I promise you folks, there's a city there somewhere. We're going to fly as low as we can. There's Governor's Island. There's the statue. Hard to see it, but there it goes. Alright, so let's head over to Manhattan now. Hoping to get some better views of it, but it is that rainy. You really can't see a thing. So altitude very low. Got to get up.
United 17 descend and maintain
There's the One World Trade Center, so we got to get higher, much higher.
Exit 585, contact New York Center on 121.125. Good day. Descend and maintain 8,400 feet, United 17. 121.125, exit jet 585. United 17, you are 23 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet, expect ILS runway 22 left.
So if you can see, there is, should be coming up. There's One World Trade Center.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet, expect ILS runway 22 left approach.
All right. So let's head up towards Midtown now. I'll slow down here a little bit. There's Times Square up ahead. You can see the Empire State Building coming up. There's the Flatiron District. We'll see if we can fly to the right of the Empire State Building here to give you a nice view. Of the iconic landmark and building in New York City. There it is. All right, continuing along here. There's Times Square. Down below, the H&M building. Try and get you a shot. Probably not going to be easy. There's Times Square right there. All right, continuing along. We'll go ahead and bank to the right past this building here. And head over Central Park, which is coming up, and head towards our runway at LaGuardia. So Central Park is the biggest park in New York City and is a beautiful place to visit and walk around. Going really fast.
Keep speed not above 210 knots, United 17.
There's a C-172 flying up ahead there. Passing by us. So as we get to Uptown, we will, going past the Upper East Side right now, we're going to bank to the right to line up with the runway to land at LaGuardia. You can see the runway there, the lights on it off in the distance. We're going to land without any instruments or anything like that here. So we're just using visual. This will be a visual landing. I'm going to begin to slow it down here. And we'll begin our right-hand turn to head towards the runway. All right. So as we do that, we're going to bring the throttle down even more. Put some flaps down. Put the landing gear down. I can hear it coming down.
Tower Technimer tree is 3 miles northwest 600 feet with kilo to land.
Headcomer 123 tower. Altimeter 29.9, wind 28 tree at tree 0. Enter left traffic runway tree 1.
Make left traffic runway tree 1 Headcomer 123.
Yeah, we're already on approach. So what that basically meant is there's a lot of trap busy tonight, and we don't actually have landing clearances right now, but that's all right. And we'll kill the throttle. And we're going to bring her down.
Tower Endeavor 51024 miles south inbound on an X-ray runway tree 1 approach. Endeavor 5102 tower. Altimeter 29.9, wind 28 tree at tree 0. Cleared on an X-ray runway tree 1 approach. United for tree 1 contact Allentown departure on 124.45. Good day. Endeavor 5102 number 2 for landing.
Nice landing there.
On crosswind. Wind 28 tree at tree 0. Cleared to land runway tree 1.
While we're taxiing here, we'll pull up the...
Headcomer 123, you are not cleared to land.
Yes, I know.
Clear the runway.
So we have to get off the runway.
123 contact ground on 121.7.
We'll pull off at the next...
121.7 for Headcomer 123.
So I landed without landing clearances.
Runway tree 1 number 2 Endeavor 5102.
You would never do this in real life, so I did what's called a runway incursion, or unauthorized landing. But it's okay, just for fun.
One two four decimal 45 for United 431.
We're gonna go and park her right up here. We gotta slow it down. That looks like an open gate right there. This looks like a good spot. So at this point, the police would probably be rushing out to investigate what I was doing, given all the security natures around New York City. And I would be required to contact the FAA based on all the flight rules I just violated in 2 states, New Jersey and New York. But regardless, this was still awesome, and we had a great flight at night through the pouring rain, thunder, and lightning. Hope everybody enjoyed this video. As always, if there's anything you would like to see, please drop a comment on this video, and I will do my best to make it happen. Click that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure you enable notifications. I'm going to have new and exciting content coming soon. Thanks a lot, everybody, and I will see you around. Keep on gaming.